Ah, my dear young wizard, you are well rested, I hope, from your last ordeal. It is long past time we dealt with Morganth. We must rally the forces of light. Sadly, the council is reduced to only Diego, the Emperor of Mushu, Lydia Greyrose, and myself. I need your aid, for you have forged a robust relationship with many defenders of light. Travel to Zavaria and convince the mystic in younger White Stripes to join the Council of Light. Then go to Avalon and find King Artorius in the Knight's Hall. Tell him his might is needed once again. While you carry these messages, I will send Diego to ruined Azteca to call upon Princess Senzen Sevenstar. Deliver your messages and then return here at once.
Jumbo, young wizard, it has been some time. Even from here, I can see that the shadows grow long across the spiral. You wish my help? Of course. I will do what I can to aid one who did so much for my world. What is it that I can do? To join the Council of Light? You bestow a great honor upon me, wizard. Tell Merlambros I will come to his side at once.
By the spiral, it is the young wizard back amongst us. But I can tell from your visage that dark times are still ahead. Merle Ambrose asks me to join the Council of Light? That I cannot do, for there is still much work I must do to restore the land. But Avalon will not refuse Ravenwood in this hour of need. Instead, the Lady of the Lake will go in my place. Speak to her and tell her it is my command. But before you go, I have one more gift for you, blessed Knight of the Silver Rose. The Sword of Kings has bonded to your spirit. You may summon its power whenever you feel the darkness press upon you. Use it only for justice.
By the spiral, wizard, you stand at the center of the dark storm, with nightmares all around you. You bear word from King Artorius? Of course I will join the Council of Light and help you in the battle against the Great Shadow.
That was quick. You flew with the speed of Gamma's wings. What did they say? I'm pleased to hear Inyanga White Stripes will join us. Excellent work. And what of Avalon? It saddens me that Artorius will not fight at my side again. But the lady is a remarkable spirit and will serve us well. Now, we must finish our preparations. Morganth has retreated to the Shadow Web, at the center of the world of Chrysalis. Chrysalis is a strange and alien world on the farthest bend of the spiral. It was a place of savage wars and ancient magic. The spiral key we once had was destroyed long ago, so we must forge one anew. A tiny isle broken from the edge of Chrysalis is still reachable, however. Professor Lydia Greyrose will get us there. Visit the School of Ice and use Professor Greyrose's ice archway to journey to the Isle of Arachnis, so we may craft a new key.
Young wizard, I've been waiting for you. I've built an ice archway to take you to the Isle of Arachnis. The ice archway is across the way in the ice tower. Pass through it and find Headmaster Ambrose. He's waiting for us there.
Ah, young wizard, what kept you? Welcome to the Isle of Arachnis. Arachnis is a fragment of the spiral world of Chrysalis, broken off hundreds of years ago by Morganth in her recklessness.
You can see Chrysalis there, through the storm. A savage world. A dead world. It gives birth to terrors and draws nightmares like the candle pulls the moth.
Morganth is learning the song of creation from the Lords of Night. It requires all her focus, but she will learn it. When she masters it, she will brush us aside like motes of dust, and the spiral will be hers.
Morganth has shielded Chrysalis from us, and without a spiral key, there is no easy way to get there.
So we must make a new spiral key.
Has such a thing been done before?
Not in a very long time. Emperor?
To create a new spiral key, we need elements to embody Chrysalis herself. The triad of life, death, and myth must be served. The Condor Woods were a wondrous forest, teeming with life and blooming with possibility, until Morganth burnt it down. Now it is a lifeless desert, brimming with bitterness and anger. Still, where there is hope, life and light can take root. The last seed of the last Condor tree is nearby, guarded by wordless woodsmen. These tree folk are all that is left of the once great forest. Bring the Condor seed to us.
With the wordless woodsmen scattered, you recover a hard seed about the size of a plum.
Poor, tortured creatures. Perhaps we will be able to help them one day.
But today is not that day. We must work quickly, yes?
You are correct, Diego. Good work, wizard. You got the Condor seed. This will act as a conduit for life magic and be one of our anchors for the ritual.
Now we turn from the spark of life to the black void of death. To build the triad, we must take the last Condor seed and fuse it with a symbol of closure and endings. The Lady of the Lake will guide you here.
The strongest magic is sympathetic. We draw on the life and death and myth of a world to recreate what was lost. Morganth trails death and destruction in her wake, so much that it clings to her like bitter smoke. The spiral still weeps for Azteca. An undead Aztecosaur dwells here on the Isle of Arachnis. This grinning Kalaka is a lost remnant of the First World. His bones resonate with Azteca's requiem. Battle grinning Kalaka and get the Underworld Compass, a relic of death magic. Bring it to Queen Zenzen Sevenstar.
From out of the bones and ash, you recover a golden relic, carved with Death School symbols around an Azteca sun.
Wizard, this underworld compass thrums with the cries of my people. It also keens for the brave souls of Chrysalis who have fallen under Morganth's reign. It will serve our purpose. Show it to the Lady of the Lake.
Wizard, we now possess 2 points of the triad we need for our ritual. A combination of 3 schools of magic is nigh unbeatable. We have life and death. The 3rd point is formed by myth. In younger White Stripes, we'll show you how to bring them all together.
The triad of life, death, and myth is the foundation for our greatest stories, yes? The professors from Wizard City have brought a powerful relic with them, the Diamond Myth Forge.
Cyrus was not through to lug it out of the basement of the Myth School, but he would not refuse me.
Bring the Condor Seed and the Underworld Compass to the Diamond Myth Forge. We will channel our power to you. You must perform the ritual of forging and hammer the elements into a spiral key. Excellent work, young wizard. I can feel you channeling our power to your ritual.
Remember to temper life with death, death with myth, and myth with life.
Do not lose control of the triad of magic.
Picture Chrysalis in your mind's eye. Feel its essence in the ground beneath your feet and in the heart of the Conda seed.
Listen for the echo of all those hearts that Morganth has stilled. The underworld compass points you to her black place of power.
Oh my. Let us see what you have there. My. A new spiral key. Wonderful. And with this, know that we consider you an honorary member of the Council of Light. Young wizard, Morganth's wards keep us out of Chrysalis, but we will remain here as close as we can get to watch over you. Use whatever trickery you must to find and release the Lords of Night from Morganth's clutches. Then defeat her once and for all. Morganth is forcing the ancient Aztecosaur spirits, the Lords of Night, to sing the song of creation anew. In her version of the great song, she is the stalwart hero, battling the cruel forces of injustice. But if she is able to complete her song of creation, the spiral will be forever broken. Go to Bartleby and use the spiral key to travel to Chrysalis. Morganth's sentinels will think you are there to join her forces. We may even be able to project ourselves into the world in astral form and give you what guidance we can.
What is your name and purpose?
Headmaster Ambrose said to use trickery to let them think you were here to join them. Maybe you can avoid a fight if you talk to her.
Have you come to serve the Shadow Queen? I am Zoltana the Mirror Mask. It is my duty to test those who wish to swear allegiance to Queen Morganth. Prove yourself, stranger. Go into the Weeping Tower and slaughter all you find within.
I see you got by the painted spiders. I drew the short lot, and now I guess it is my job to face you. You've traveled a long way just to die, stranger. You are sparing my life? I will never forget this, Spellbinder.
A Spellbinder, and one who knows mercy. How peculiar. Spellbinder, you are not supposed to show them pity. The warlords who came before did not hesitate, but they were unlike you. I have never met a Spellbinder before. Further testing is required for me to judge you properly. Show me your skills in the Tower of Silence. Most peculiar. Spellbinder, do not hold back. Rejoin me outside. You fight well, despite your predisposition towards kindness. It may be your undoing one day. Your fighting style is unique, but not without merit. How best to place you in the Umbra Legion? The ancient arcane colossus in Bastion may give me a clue. I give you permission to pass through the Penumbra barrier. Seek out the arcane colossus and meditate upon it. Then return to me.
You meditate on the arcane colossus. At first, nothing happens. But all of a sudden, the arcane colossus appears to be fully charged and now radiates great currents of magic.
Wizard, you unlocked some of the magic that was trapped deep within this fortress. It has weakened Morganth's Penumbra barrier. The Council of Light will be able to help you at times. For now, continue with your exploration of Chrysalis.
Arcane Colossus responded to your presence? This is most peculiar. Did you see there is another Colossus? Perhaps the second one will give me the clarity I seek. Meditate in front of the Rubicon Colossus and note any occurrences.
You meditate on this giant statue as you did the Arcane Colossus, but nothing happens. You try to clear your mind again, just in case. But no, the Rubicon Colossus remains inert.
The Rubicon Colossus did nothing? Are you positive? Very well, Spellbinder. I have another task that may better suit your talents. My warrior sister, Rose the Mouse Hunter, recently captured a spy. This mouse is an agent of the Burrowers, those that oppose us. The Burrowers are a weak and scattered force, but they have enough weapons and warriors to pose an occasional nuisance. This spy holds critical information about their defenses. If he breaks, the Umbra Legion could wipe them out to the last. Go to Rose the Mouse Hunter and determine what she has gleaned from questioning the spy. She holds him atop the broken tower. Use your talents to resolve the situation to my satisfaction.
One of Sultana's creatures? Why has she sent you here? The Burrower spy? Can you not see with your simple human eyes that I have the spy imprisoned before you? I can tell you his name is Divim Whiteheart.
That is all you will get from me, Greenblood. I will never give up my people to you.
Silence! That is all I have learned so far. What is your expertise? A spellbinder? What use are your spells here? You use them to attack me?
You are rescuing me?
Once I tell Zartana what you have done, she'll bring the Umbra Legion down upon your head.
Spellbinder, free me and we can lock the Mantis up in my place. Meet me at the base of the broken tower. You have my eternal thanks, Spellbinder. If we can get out of this place, the Whitehearts will always be your allies. Tell me now, what brought you to this lost world? You seek to bring down the Shadow Queen? I will do whatever I can to aid you. My weapons and armor were stripped from me upon my capture. I have no idea what that cruel Mantis Rose did with them. But I know some of our treasures remain safeguarded in the mausoleum. Can you enter the tombs and find me a blade and armor?
I am the spirit of Calvert Hawklord. You do not wear the colors of the accursed Umbra Legion. You are on a quest for a Whiteheart. I remember them as good, honorable people. You'll find good arms deeper in the tombs. Use my name so you can claim them. However, you'll have to navigate monsters and accursed spirits to reach it. There's nothing I can do to help you there.
These look like fitting weapons and armor for Divim. You speak Calvert Hawklord's name, and the protective wards vanish.
A perfect weapon of my ancestors. The fight continues. Come, now that you have restored my freedom, I can complete my mission to discover the Umbra Legion's plans. Meet me in the Silent Market. You made it safely. Good. This part of Bastion was once a vibrant market, full of life. The Burrowers lived and laughed here. But that was in the old times, before the 100-Year War and the fall of Bastion. My people, the Burrowers, have a hidden contact here in Bastion. I was to retrieve a message about the Umbra Legion's plans. I was captured before I found the message, but Rose could not learn my contact's name, for even I do not know it. This way, we keep the contact safe. We refer to him or her as Cornelius. Cornelius was supposed to leave a coded message inscribed on a red cloth in the Silent Market. Help me find it. Ah, the red cloth. Yes, perfect. But wait, these symbols mean danger. The message points to that chamber, the war room, but warns us the information we seek will be guarded. Are you ready for this?
Who disturbs the war room? What? A mouse and a wizard? Unthinkable! There's no fighting in the war room!
Spellbinder, I'll aid you how I can.
Defeated by a mouse and a wizard. Unthinkable!
Quickly, search the chamber for clues. What have you found there? Yes, I see Cornelius's mark on the sash. Let us take this outside so we can read it more easily. These documents reveal the Umbra Legion's plans.
I have ordered forces from Fort Rockius to bolster Camp Havoc. Additional siege engines are to be constructed at once. Once the forces are readied, we will destroy the Burrower holdouts in Peppergrass Nook and Queen Myrtle Town. Camp Havoc is also creating a new, powerful form of Goliath. The process is painful, but the destructive power is unmatched.
Diabolical. The Shadow Queen's armies have long pursued us. We held Bastion for 100 years against the darkness, before it was finally lost. These crystal statues that stand vigil in Bastion are a testament to the horrors the Shadow Queen inflicted upon my people. Look at them, and then I will tell you a sorrowful tale.
Although the features are rough, the statue radiates a spiritual energy and an aura of heartbreak. You sense a spirit trapped deep inside.
In Bastion's fields, crystal flowers grow between the statues, row on row that mark our place. And in the sky above, the bumblers bravely buzz, scarce heard amid the battle below.
We are the dreamers, not dead, yet far from alive. But days ago we loved, felt dawn, and saw sunset glow. Now we stand forever, frozen out of time in Bastion's fields.
Bastion's walls were too strong to break, and our stores were vast. We would not fall to siege, so the Shadow Queen turned to dark magic. The Shadow Queen unleashed a spell of unimaginable cruelty. It transformed all within Bastion into crystal. Those burrowers who were not caught in her spell fled to the Last Wood, where we have continued to resist her for generations. I was not alive when Bastion fell, but my parents' parents barely escaped. My people have fought the Shadow Queen since time out of mind. We must get word of these plans to our forces in the Last Wood. To get there, we must travel through the Moon Cliffs. However, the gates out of Bastion are warded, and my opening runes were lost. I'm not sure how we can get a rune to unlock the gate to the Moon Cliffs. You know someone who might help us?
That Goliath you spared, Caliclac, did say he owed you one. If you can find him, maybe he can help you out.
I've never heard of an intelligent Goliath before, let alone a benign one. Still, it's worth a shot. I'll wait here for you.
Spellbinder, I am unsure what to do with myself now that I have escaped certain death. My masters have no tasks for me. How can I assist you? There is a rune to the Mooncliff's gate in the Blind Tower, but it is guarded by a Goliath slasher, Acroyar.
The Goliath came through. Strange times. Go to the Blind Tower and retrieve the rune from the Goliath slasher. Maybe he'll trust you. I'll watch for patrols.
Listen, why come here? Gate rune? You bother. I crush now.
Having defeated the Goliath, you find a rune inscribed with a moon symbol hanging on the wall.
That is exactly what we need. No problems, I trust? Excellent. Go to Bastion and find the Mooncliff's gate. Then, use the rune to open the gate and head through. I'll meet you in the Mooncliffs. Since Bastion fell to the Umbra Legion, our ancestral home has become one of the most dangerous places in Chrysalis. We must get to the last wood to reach my people and tell them what we have learned. If we manage to keep the Umbra Legion at bay, I'm sure we will recruit more aid in your war against the Shadow Queen. I came here from the last wood through a tunnel, avoiding the Yellow Jacket sentries who patrol the Mooncliffs. Let us return that way. Someone found my tunnel and collapsed it.
Ah, the rat returns to the mousetrap.
Mousehole, you mean?
What? Never mind that. Kill him! Kill them both!
With the tunnel closed to us, the Apidae village and the fortified apiary stand between us and the last wood. Once this region was well-traveled with burrowers and bees. We did not always see eye to eye, but we traded goods and knowledge. Then the Shadow Queen drew all the Arachna into her web, turning them into living weapons and filling their hearts with hate. We have to sneak through the bee territories. Luckily, the bees can be tricked if we can get some black light powder. The banded hornets often have black light powder stuck to their bristles. Defeat some and collect several portions of powder. I'll coat us with the black light powder. Bee eyes work differently than ours, so they will see us as their own kind. Follow me up the road. When we get to the Yellow Jacket sentry, just act naturally.
You there! What do you think you're doing?
Speak to him, but remember to act naturally.
Yes, drone, I'm speaking to you. You are clearly undertasked if you have time to frolic with the Hornets. The Hornets are also delinquent on their nectar deliveries. Go to the Vespa Cave and bring back a nectar cask. Hurry up!
Doesn't sound friendly. Definitely wasn't friendly.
Well, that was fast. Good job, drone. Now get back to work. Why are you still here? You want to get into Bumblertown? Not likely. The gate is stuck. I've reported it many times, but no one repairs it. You get along well with the banded hornets. They often have leftover safflower oil from the seeds they eat. If you ask the banded hornets for it, I'm sure they'll give some safflower oil up. That might fix the hinges.
We're going to have to fight the banded hornets again, won't we?
You got the safflower oil? Well done, drone. I'll unstick the gate hinges with the safflower oil. You go into the Night Watch Tower and throw the lever to open the gate.
Who are you? Did that lazy fool Ezric send you in here? He's no better than a bumbler. You're no bee. And now, my watch is ended.
What took you so long, drone? At any rate, you got the gate open. Drone, go into Apidae Village and find First Wing Zam. He'll find work for you.
We may as well find this Zam, if only to keep up the disguise and get a lay of the land.
Can't you see you're in the middle of a crisis? Vile burrower agents attack the village and set the houses ablaze. The fire and smoke are too intense for us to put out. Hey, you aren't tasked with anything. I have a job for you. Go to the Khazri Cave and convince one of the whirlwind elementals to help us extinguish the burning houses.
This may be a good way to earn their trust, so we can learn more about the burrowers in the region.
Who dares pester me? Help the bumblers? Why should the wind care about the buzzings of bees? I'll thrash you and leave you bewildered.
You're no helpless bumbler, but a portentous spellbinder. Fie, I'll help you if I must. Whoosh.
The whirlwind elemental mutters, whinges, and groans, but he follows your commands.
I have done your bidding, spellbinder. Release me from your sway.
You release the whirlwind elemental, and it roars off into freedom.
I don't know how you did it, young worker, but you have saved the village from the dastardly burrower attack. Due to the cowardly burrower attack, we are woefully behind on our pollen collection. The Yellow Jackets are growing irritable. What's worse, the burrowers have stirred up the sassafras men. They are now agitated and lash out at our gatherers. Can you settle down the sassafras men and help us harvest pollen from the mixed sage trees? You may need to use a firm hand.
Help Zam out. Maybe he will then reveal more about the burrowers.
Well done, and very timely, young worker. I need your help immediately. While you were tending to the mixed sage trees, the burrowers struck again and sabotaged the honey mill. We can't get close enough to tend to it due to the billowing smoke. You have proven so capable, I must ask you to help again. Buzz over to the honey mill and ensure it does not burn down. Without it, our livelihood is ruined.
We should keep an eye out for any evidence of these saboteurs.
Burn, baby, burn. Honey Mill Inferno. Burn, baby, burn. Burn it all down. I couldn't get enough, so I had to self-destruct.
The burrowers unleashed him on the honey mill, knowing the smoke would keep the bees away. That's clever work.
A smoke elemental? How alarming! The craven saboteur has been trapped in a tower by several undaunted Yellow Jacket shredders.
The saboteur is cornered. Risky business. Perhaps we should go take a look?
You wish to see for yourselves? Certainly. You've proven how capable you are. Go to the Butternut Tower. Just try not to get in the way.
Drones, what are you doing here? We called for support from real fighters.
I think they might be here to help me.
Why would Bumbler drones help you?
Maybe you need your compound eyes checked.
What? Oh, you aren't Bumbler drones at all, are you? Kiai for Bastion! Despite all your rage, you're still just rats in a cage. Smashed like a pumpkin.
Thank you for your timely rescue. Quickly, let's slip outside before they realize we've defeated their warriors. Greetings. I'm Jalen Smokerider. I was sent with 2 other sugar gliders to disrupt things in the Bumbler village. But I'm afraid my kin have been captured. While I was causing strife in the village, my kin struck at the apiary. They were supposed to rejoin me here, but now I fear the dread Bee Queen, the Brood Mother, has captured them. I must fly back to Queen Myrtletown and report, but the 2 of you are earthbound. You'll need to pass through the apiary.
Our blacklight powder disguise won't get us inside. The royal guards are too sharp.
You're going to need to learn an authentic bee buzz to open the apiary gates. To make it, you'll need a handful of lake fronds. Collect some fronds from the edge of Celestial Lake. Good fronds. Have you done this before? The hard part is learning how to use them to fake a bee call. The buzzes are the bees' passwords. You need to listen closely to some carrier hornets to memorize the patterns. I don't know where the carrier hornet grotto is, though. Make some Yellow Jacket shredders tell you the location. Then go to the grotto and study the buzzing sounds the carrier hornets make. They are mean and will want to fight. Then come back here.
The carrier hornet's grotto. It's by the cliffs. Why would you want to go there anyway?
None of these bugs seem friendly. You have no idea what he's buzzing about, but you do your best to memorize the pattern.
You learned the buzz. Take the fronds to the gates of the apiary and rub them together to replicate the buzzing pattern you memorized. Spellbinder, can I beseech you to find and free my kin from the apiary cells? They will certainly help you on your path. Let me give you one last thing to aid you. A summoning rune. It will conjure a smoke elemental to help you stun the guards.
You take the fronds and rub them together vigorously. You are definitely getting better at this sort of thing.
Have you done this before? Let's head inside and determine our best course of action. There are enemies all around. We must be careful. To think that the bees and mice were once allies in the old times. All of these honeycomb-shaped towers look the same to me. I'll bet those royal guards can tell us where the prisoners are being held.
The prisoners are in the detention block, section AA-23. It's that tower over there.
That was well done. When we break into the detention block, use the summoning rune to stun the guards with a smoke elemental. Then free the sugar gliders.
Who are you? What's your operating number?
Boring conversation anyway. Spellbinder, use the summoning rune.
You quickly throw down the summoning stone like Jalen taught you. It flares brightly and smoke billows from it.
Cinder and smoke.
Quickly, free the prisoners.
Thank you for freeing us. Jalen sent you? We will glide over the Mooncliffs to Lastwood and rejoin him in Queen Myrtle Town. You'll need a comb key to get through the Honeycomb Gate. I saw one in the Tamarind Tower, but it is heavily guarded.
Sugar gliders, always flighty, but her advice seems sound. Let's take on this Tamarind Tower and get the comb key. Watch out for the warrior brood. Can you hold them off while I get the key?
Fleshlings, we sting you 1,000 times. Broodmother, we fail you.
Die, ratling!
Quickly, get to Divim and see if you can help him.
Spellbinder, take the comb key. The broodmother stung me. I can feel the poison burning through my veins. Go through the Honeycomb Gate to the last wood. Find my kin. Please, do whatever you can to help them. For me.
The Royal Guard are swarming. You need to battle through them quickly. The comb key slots into place, and the Honeycomb Gate opens up for you, allowing you to slip through the honeycomb wall. You need to hurry out before more of the apiary warriors reach you. It's time to enter the last wood and search for Divim's kin.
Greetings, wizard. We saw what occurred in the venomous hive. Let me help you. I know the path is hard, but you must have courage and faith in your heart. We will do whatever we can to assist you. You are searching for the last of the burrowers, yes? With luck, they can help you get closer to Morganth. Beyond this ravaged land lies the last wood of Chrysalis. I suspect the burrower scouts patrol this region stealthily. Search for a deer mouse scout. When you see one, stay close, or they can move quickly.
There, in the bramble, that looks like a deer mouse. Quickly, after him. Remember, Diego said to follow him closely.
Are you following me? I must away. Keep back, whoever you are. You'll only get hurt if you keep following me.
Hold your magic, Spellbinder. Paul Brokensword would speak to you. He waits for you. There.
Why have you been chasing me? You were with Devim Whiteheart? The commander of the Foothold, Alwyn, will want to speak to you at once. Go inside and see him.
Hail, Spellbinder. Paul Brokensword said we should speak. Tell me of your deeds. You rescued Devim Whiteheart from his captors at Bastion and traveled with him unto the apiary. Where is he now? No, tell me it is not so. Devim was like a brother to me. This is a grave day for all burrowers. If you wish to help us, you will drive back some of the blue razors near the flower meadow. Then strike at the flame legs in the burn and extinguish their fire pits. They wield blazing torches to burn our beloved forest. I am impressed by your deeds. Spellbinder, you have helped us strike back at the Umbra Legion. Thank you for that. I must send you on now into Pepplegrass Nook to speak to our leader, Eleazar Fireblade. Tell him all that you told me.
Commander Alwyn has told me about you, Spellbinder. What is your purpose? You stand against the Shadow Queen. We will give you what knowledge and support we can to aid your quest, but I do not know how much hope is left. Our spies indicate the Shadow Queen recently returned from a great military campaign, and she seems more powerful than ever. Her forces have trebled their attacks, and we have been cut off from our allies in Queen Myrtle Town. The path between our villages has been flooded. Could you scout the route for us and see if you can divine a way through?
This is where the path is blocked. The water has a corrupt, magical radiance. It makes sense to follow it to the source. You see a pair of cursed lake elementals hovering at the shoreline, diverting the lake down the path.
Spellbinder, do not strike us down. We are compelled to this action by the Shadow Queen's servant, a cruel, death's head sorcerer.
Cursed lake elementals! Even Nature herself is enthralled to the Shadow Queen. Spellbinder, can you discover where this Death's Head sorcerer hides, and break his compulsion over the lake elementals?
You're not a mouse? What kind of foul creature are you? I'll leash you just like I did those stupid lake elementals. I surrender. I release the curse that held the lake elementals in my thrall.
Spellbinder, thank you for freeing us. We will leave the burrowers in peace.
Well done, Spellbinder. Thank you for removing this great obstacle for us. We must re-establish communications post-haste. The path is opened again to Queen Myrtle Town. Can you take a message for me to the Air Force Commander, Tobias Splitsky? It's imperative that the message gets to him, and I cannot trust that my men won't be intercepted by the Umbra Legion.
You bear a message from Eleazar Fireblade? Who are you that we should trust this message? Sabra says she knows you. Is this true?
This is the Spellbinder who freed Florian and me from the apiary and who helped Jalen in Bumblertown. This Spellbinder is good and powerful and could be a useful ally.
I see. It takes a great deal to convince Sabra, so that is high praise indeed. We know that Shadow Weavers and Yellowjackets have been massing in Camp Havoc, just beyond our borders.
They are going to retaliate for our attack on the Appiday village. The Spellbinder could infiltrate Camp Havoc to learn their plans. You can sneak into Havoc via our hidden portal that leads directly into their camp. They know nothing of it, so you will have surprise.
It's a strong idea. Force the Night Flames to reveal their leader to you. He'll have the information we need.
Who leads us? None other than the grim, ghastly Gallic Poisonthorn! His tent is right there!
A wizard? This is an unexpected delight. I'll enjoy shredding your skin and leaving it for Warlord Cravenly. He'll be here soon. Cravenly the Hunter will oversee the completion of the siege engines. We will fling Kermy's fire and burn down the last wood. He's also overseeing the development of wicked new arms in the weapons tent, which will crush the Burrower forces. Curse you, Lightchild! Curse you and your pet and your mount too! You'll never find the weapons tent until it's too late!
Maybe you should look around and see if you can find the weapons tent and see what they are up to. There are some ominous sounds of weapon grinding and fitful whines coming from this tent.
Lightbringer, I sting your heart. I buzz away in shame.
They are transforming Bumbler drones into Goliaths here.
Spellbinder, what news have you brought us? You defeated a Shadow Weaverlord? That's excellent news. Ah, but the information about them expecting a warlord and creating new forms of Goliaths is most worrisome. Talk to Sabra. I think she has worked out a new plan.
I believe I've come up with something. My sister Sidra was sent to scout Tyrian Gorge, which is where the Arachna mine the Kermes fire they intend to use against us. When we returned from the apiary, Sidra had not reported back, so we sent Florian Sunflare out again to find her. But now he has also vanished. We think he may have been taken by blue razors near the Flower Meadow. Can you help us find him?
The Sugar Glider messenger? Yes, we caught him neatly. Grim Mimo holds him nearby.
Outsider, why do you intrude on my lair? I am a devotee of the Shadow Queen and have traveled from far Zafaria to serve her. Do you think a petty magician like yourself can hope to stop me? Magician, you have unraveled me. I will tell the Shadow Queen of your intrusion, and she will deal with you herself.
Spellbinder, thank you so much for freeing me from Grim Mimo. The blue razors wounded me, and I feared I would not see home again. I cannot continue my quest to Tyrian Gorge. I can just about make it back to Queen Myrtletown. Meet me there.
Florian, what happened to you? Well done, Spellbinder. We'll get Florian to rest and recover. Spellbinder, would you continue to help us and take up Florian's quest? Fly to Tyrian Gorge and search for my sister Sidra. You'll have to pass through Bastion, but I don't know how you'll open the Silent Market gate to Tyrian Gorge.
You know of some people in Bastion who might help.
You do? Grand. Once you get there, search for any signs that Sidra left. Let me teach you our signcraft.
Spellbinder, it is good to see you, uneaten. Tyrian Gorge. I want to help you, Spellbinder, but it is not within my power. But Zaltana the Mirror Mask can open the way for you. She can be frosty, so you should play to her tastes. Zaltana is fond of tea, a strange delicacy from the Spiral. Have you heard of it? Collect these things to impress her. Look around Silent Market for a sack of black salt and a bowl of turmeric powder. You'll need an ornate tea set. I've seen one in Bastion. The tea will be the hard part, however. Shadow Weaver Viken Limeblight smuggled in a crate of Mushu tea. He's here in the market. You have to make him give it up. Take those things to Zaltana the Mirror Mask. Then, ask her nicely.
You want some tea? Who told you I had some? They are lying liars who lie. I won't give you a leaf. Not that I have any. Curse Curse you, tea drinker! Take my crate of the finest tea in Mushu and be gone with you!
Look who it is. What do you need from me?
Who told you I liked Mushu tea with black salt and turmeric? Kalakak? I'll speak to him about this. Now, what do you want, Spellbinder? Travel to Tyrian Gorge? I don't see any problem with that, but it is not my call. Seek out my sister hunter, Zaragovia the Doom Mask, in the Silent Market. It is her jurisdiction. You may have to plead your case forcefully, but I trust you'll do what's needed.
Spellbinder, why do you disturb me? A key to the Tyrian Gate. Why would you want that? Are you conspiring with the rebels? I think you are. I yield. Take the key to the Tyrian Gate. Let me be.
I assume you got what you needed. Now that you've acquired a key, exit the Tyrian Gate. You'll find yourself on the South Rim, the gorge open before you. While you are out there, you should keep an eye out for any rebel sign, some indication that they've passed through the area. If you find any, it would be a practical matter to track them down, yes?
Those beetle carapaces would make good cover for someone leaving a hidden message. Underneath this ancient beetle carapace is a half-buried stone. The stone is painted with signcraft. Based on what Sabra taught you, the signcraft says,
"Friend, go into the gorge and find the cave by Overlook Ledge. I will meet you there."
You see what must be Overlook Ledge, but no easy way to reach it. Perhaps this cave will lead you up there? The cave appears occupied.
I don't know who you are, but please help me before these ground hornets sting me to death. I wasn't expecting someone like you, but I'm grateful for your help. I was sheltering here, waiting to meet an ally from Queen Myrtletown, when these ground hornets decided to move into this cave. Now that you've driven the ground hornets away, we can leave this place. Now, what is your story? Sabra was worried? That's my big sister, but I can take care of myself, though I could use a little help. Your timing is excellent. The patrols are so fierce, I have not been able to finish surveying the region. Can you scout the mine, the Dragonfly stables, and the 100-legger patrols? I'd like your insight.
The Arachna are hard at work, digging out huge boulders and breaking them down for the volatile liquid metal trapped inside. The equipment looks fragile, though. A well-placed spell or hard-hitting strike might set them back. 100-leggers patrol this area aggressively, making sure no rebels disrupt their operation. But you're pretty sure you could take them.
Good. You are seeing the same things I am. We need to disrupt their operations as best we can. Can you break some of their mining equipment? Well done. That will set them back a bit. I have a wicked little plan, but we will need a few handfuls of lightning bugs to pull it off. Sneak over to the lightning bug houses and gather some while I work out the details. Excellent! Those will do perfectly. We're going to use these pretty little lights to scatter the dragonflies. Before we get to the dragonflies, however, we'll need to scatter the guards, defeat some digger drones so we have an opening. You drove them off! I've never seen them run so fast on their 100 legs. Dragonflies naturally follow lightning bugs to the best food sources. The Umbra Legion uses that to direct the dragonflies' flight paths. Rush up to the dragonfly stables and cut the cords on the pens. That will allow the dragonflies to fly free. To get them into the air, you're going to have to release the lightning bugs. Once they are loose, the dragonflies will follow.
You cut the cords, but the dragonflies just mill about, seemingly confused by their newfound freedom. This looks like a good place to release the lightning bugs. Fly, my pretties, fly. As the lightning bugs rise in the warm air, there's a stir amongst the dragonflies, and soon the great beasts take to the air.
Oi! Someone let dragonflies out!
That will cost them considerable time, rounding them all up again, and it causes the distraction we need. The skies are clear, and now I can return to the last wood and report back. I'll see you back with Sabra at Queen Myrtle Town.
Spellbinder, you found Sidra and brought her back safely. Thank you. In the time you've been gone, we've seen a lot of movement at Camp Havoc. Tobias Splitsky would like to speak to you about it.
Spellbinder, between your report and Sidra's, we have a better sense of what the Umbra Legion is planning. Unfortunately, there is still much work to be done, and not much time to do it. I'm afraid the Umbra Legion at Camp Havoc is getting ready to strike, despite the setbacks we've thrown at them. Can you brave Camp Havoc again and get a sense of how close their siege weapons are to completion? You'll probably have to question some Night Flames as well, to take their temperature.
Although you are not a master of siege warfare, you can tell these weapons are nearly complete. They could do immense damage to the Last Wood and the Burrower villages.
Wizard! Soon our siege weapons will rain Kermie's fire upon the Last Wood, burning them and your Burrower friends to cinders!
Your reports confirm what my scouts had seen. Time is short. We must coordinate with the mice at Peppergrass Nook, or else the Umbra Legion will destroy us both. Instead of working on our defenses, I propose we turn the Umbra Legion's weapons against them. What do you say, Spellbinder? Take this message to Elazar Fireblade in Peppergrass Nook at once. It outlines a plan to capture their weapons for ourselves.
Spellbinder, it is good to see you again. You bring a message from Tobias Splitsky. Let's see it. What Tobias proposes is intriguing. However, the Umbra Legion has been stepping up their patrols in the burn. That honeycomb wall is a terrible obstacle, but Tobias has suggested a way we might bring it down. While I work out the details, can we implore you to drive back a patrol of Blue Razors and Flame Legs to give us time?
Spellbinder, you won now, but soon Shadow Queen burn trees to ground, dig you out, then swallow you whole.
Grim news, as I had heard. The Shadow Queen's forces are growing more active and more bold. But I know of none more bold than you. Spellbinder, let me introduce you to Dorian Brighteyes. Turn around, nephew. Not as brave as you, perhaps, but a hero in his own right. I have added to Tobias's plan based on your reports. You must work with Dorian and lead him to Tyrian Gorge. He'll explain more.
Greetings, Spellbinder. I have heard many remarkable things about you.
Elazar has ordered me to Tyrian Gorge to turn the Umbra Legion's weapons against them. I'll need your help getting there. We will have to go through the Last Wood, the Moon Cliffs, and Bastion to get there. I will follow you closely, Spellbinder. This nook is well sheltered. though we are right beneath their mandibles. Bear with me. This scheme has a lot of moving parts. We want to turn the Umbra Legion's weapons against them. The plan is to get a dragonfly and use it to drop an explosive barrel of Kermes fire on the honeycomb wall to melt it down. First, we need our own dragonfly. Unfortunately, the adults bond with a particular race, so one raised by the Umbra Legion or 100-legger will never serve a mouse. I need you to go into the hatchery cave and get me a dragonfly egg. I'm sure the cavern will be guarded.
Intruder! Don't take eggs! Feed you to hatchlings! Too strong! Flee! Summon Seeker!
What's a Seeker?
Child of light, you have wormed your way deep into the shadow. What a tragedy to die poorly in a dragonfly hatchery.
Oh, that's a Seeker.
Shadow Blight, I curse your blood 1,000 times! May your children devour you alive!
You find a perfect egg in the pond. It nearly hums with life.
Ah, this egg looks perfect. I can tell it will hatch into a noble beast. It will take a bit of time and care to get this egg to hatch. Meanwhile, we have time to construct a harness. The best suited material would be the milk webs that goat weavers spin. Goat weavers are extremely shy, so you may never see one. But they hang milk webs around the rocky cliffs they climb. Can you gather some? That looks like enough milk webs. Now we just need to weave them together and... Oh, yeah. How does one handle these strands? They're too sticky. I suppose the digger drones must know how one is to use these blasted, viscous milk webs. I'll keep trying, but I need you to question some digger drones. Don't take ugh for an answer.
More questions? Milkwebs? Too clingy. We don't touch. You ask Lieutenant Zergrush. Are you here to fight me? I will surely fight you. What's that? You do not need to fight? All right then. You are entangled by milk webs? They are gummy and tenacious. I avoid them at all costs. Hard to scrape off all my feet. Zexia Steelweaver would know. She excels at crafting with them. Let me think now. My men told me something about her. Ah, yes. She's in the Wumpy Cave. Did I mention she was abducted by a scarlet woolly, terrifying monster? Good luck. What's that smell? A spellbinder? I thought they smelled bad on the inside.
Thank you, Spellbinder. I was afraid I'd be braiding his hair forever. Quickly, let us be away from this place. You are trying to weave with milk webs? That is very tricky, even for me. I imagine it sticks to your hair, and eyebrows, and eyelashes. But if you sift a little dust on the milk webs first, they become much easier to handle. Like this, see? There, you've got it.
All we need to do is sprinkle some dust on it first? Excellent. Now to get it all out of my fur. Look! The baby dragonfly has hatched. She's cute, after her fashion. But she's ravenous. I have no idea what to feed her. Maybe you can ask the 100-legger that helped you last time, Zergrush, quickly, before she nips my fingers off.
Baby dragonfly? Where would a spellbinder like you get one of those? Oh well, they are beautiful and feisty. But you must keep them well fed, or they get cranky and will bite your fingers off. Ha! But since you asked, baby dragonflies love mosquito larvae. You can find some in the Chiroptera cave. That's where we harvest it.
You carefully collect the mosquito larvae. Ick.
Ah, mosquito larvae. Of course. The baby looks hungry. It's a bit, squicky. I know you spellbinders are made of stern stuff. Would you mind, hand-feeding her?
You carefully hold the mosquito larvae out to the baby dragonfly. She gobbles it down and asks for more. Once you finish feeding the dragonfly, she makes a contented humming sound at you.
The baby dragonfly is growing amazingly fast. She'll be ready soon. We're going to need barrels of Kermes fire for the attack run. Sneak around the mining camp and steal some barrels of Kermes fire. You've gathered more than enough. Be careful. That stuff can explode with the slightest provocation. The dragonfly is all grown up. Amazing how fast they mature. We need to learn how to handle the Kermes fire properly, so we can transport it without burning ourselves up. Grab some of the 100-leggers and see what advice they have about moving the volatile stuff.
Oh, stop fighting. You wish to know secret of Kermes fires? Ask Captain Catargeral.
Oh, you stink of burrower fur. You been out on the front lines fighting burrower vermin? Good on you, Spellbinder. Oh, we're readying the Kermes fire for Warlord Cravenly's final push to drive the burrowers from the last wood. What do you need? Move some Kermes fire? If you mix some Keisliger powder into it, oh yeah, it'll stabilize. The skyscreamers by the Milkweb Gate have tight control of the Keisliger powder. I don't know how you'll convince them to give some up. Of course, once stabilized, you'll need a fuse to light it. You knew that, right? You can get fibers from the broken stumps to make a fuse, but they aren't too friendly. Stand your ground. Oh, you stink of Keisliger powder. Make sure you mix the Keisliger powder into the Kermes fire. Then fasten the fuse to it and light it when you're ready. What'd you say you wanted to, do with the barrel of Kermes fire? Strap it to a dragonfly? Oh, madness! Make sure you tell Cravenly and the Banyan Tower or they'll blow you out of the sky. They enhanced the weaponry in there after some fool let loose a bunch of dragonflies. Can't let the burrowers control the skies.
That sounds like something you should warn Dorian about. Better get back to him right now.
Keisliger powder to stabilize the Kermes fire and a fuse. Brilliant work, Spellbinder. Let's mix it up. What's this about the Banyan Tower now? You're going to have to take control of the Banyan Tower so that the Dragonfly and I can take off safely. Can you take care of that while I attach the harness to the Dragonfly? Good luck, Spellbinder.
What is the password? What do you mean you don't know? Have you checked with the digger drones today? They can tell you.
Was I supposed to say that?
The password, it's Peristratio Sphicomeia Stratio Sphicomeiotes. What's that? Oh, no, sorry. I was just clearing my throat. Today's password is Brundlefly.
Are you sure you're ready to tell me the password this time? Brundlefly? Yes, you got it. All right, come inside.
Young wizard, this tower was built by the burrowers in the old times, but now it is a seat of Morganth's power. Her forces use it to control the sky above and the land below. They dominate and torture the land. You will find one of her pet warlords at the peak, controlling the tower's armaments. He is called Cravenly the Hunter. Born to Zafaria, he left as a cub and traveled throughout the spiral, stalking and killing the most dangerous game. Cravenly the Hunter waits for you.
A wizard? The Shadow Queen warned me that a pet from Wizard City might come sniffing around my lair.
Do my eyes deceive me? Or is that a familiar ratty face I see skulking about the Banyan Tower? Cravenly, gut and skin the wizard, then bring me the pelt.
When I first arrived, I said I wanted an ideal animal to hunt. It must have courage, cunning, and above all, it must be able to reason. But the burrowers are no match for me, nor the Umbra Legion. The Shadow Queen promised me the greatest of challenges. The Spiral makes some people poets, some kings, some beggars. Me, the Spiral made a hunter. You, a wizard. Let's see how you fare. I have played the wolf, and now I must play the sheep. The best sport in the Spiral, though perhaps not for the prey.
You think you're so clever, little wizard. Cravenly was nothing more than a puffed-up alley cat, but he drew you out. I know what you're up to now, and soon enough, I'll have the pleasure of watching you bleed.
Wizard, you should smash this pillar of mystical fire. Blind the eye of Morganth, so she cannot see what you are about.
Don't you dare! Curse you, you painted pony!
You have done well. As the Council knew you would, take heart. We are sending you our brightest thoughts, and will help as we can. Now that Morganth has seen you with her own eye, the land will grow colder, and the battles more fierce. Be on guard, young wizard, and be on your way.
Fantastically well done, Spellbinder. With the Banyan Tower lost to them, we can take advantage of the skies. Now that I won't get shot out of the sky, I'm ready to prepare for the attack run. I'll fly this girl up to the last woods. Go to Elazar Fireblade at Peppergrass Nook, and we'll finalize our plan from there.
I am pleased to see you and Dorian both safe after such a perilous journey. I'll send a message to Device Splitsky in Queen Myrtle Town. They can distract the forces in Camp Havoc while we strike the apiary. Spellbinder, can you scatter the Flame Legs and Blood Hornets in the burn to give Dorian a clear path to approach? Once that's done, drop this flare into an ember pit to signal Dorian Bright Eyes. Dorian will then swoop in on his dragonfly for his attack run on the honeycomb wall. Finally, meet Alwyn Woodward on the field. He'll be leading the ground troops. We will need your help with the Queen Brood Mother.
You toss the flare into the ember pit. It ignites and rockets up as a signal to Dorian Bright Eyes.
Yahoo!
I love the smell of Kermes fire in the morning. What a first blow. You have orchestrated a great day for the Burrows, and all those who believe we can stand against the Shadow. The honeycomb wall has fallen. It is time to storm the apiary. Once more onto the breach, dear friend. Once more. The blast of war blows in our ears, and it is time to imitate the action of the deer, the tarantula hawk, the tigron. Charge into the apiary and help us take down the royal guards. They will lead us to the Queen Brood Mother. Then it falls on you to duel the Queen Brood Mother. If she falls, we will win this battle of bees.
Ah! My sting is broken! No more! You'll find the Brood Mother lurking in the Golden Horde Chamber.
You do not understand what you're dealing with, do you? I am the perfect organism. My structural perfection is matched only by my hostility.
Where? Please, Spellbinder, let us speak beneath the sky. By the celestial moon, my compound eyes are finally clear. What has the Shadow Queen done to me?
The Shadow Queen cursed me with this form, twisting me into a dark reflection of what I once was in the old times. I have lived in anger and fever and hunger for generations, a ceaseless nightmare. Please, Spellbinder, can you help me? The curse can be lifted, and some good brought back to the land if you can restore my true image by using the Moon's Crown. The Moon's Crown is a potent relic carved from an arcane crystal at the top of the Eclipse Tower. Zoltana may know how to find it. Do not take too long, Spellbinder, or the shadows will come again, and my nightmare will begin anew.
Spellbinder, I have heard distressing reports from both Tyrian Gorge and the Apiary. What news do you bring? The Shadow Queen has not suffered setbacks like these in generations! Well, not here, at the center of her power, at any rate. How have the Burrowers been able to do so much in so little time? You have heard rumors of a spy in the Umbra Legion? Who would risk so much for so little hope, It raises the question, why are you here? The Moon's Crown. The ancient seer Timon Whiteflame who dwells in Bastion might know. But take care, he is often thorny.
Who are you to disturb my contemplations? My work is vital. I am searching for rot at the core of Bastion. There is a spy working against the Shadow Queen. Have you heard the name Cornelius? Is this you? No, I don't think so. You are too young, too fresh. But I'll gut you and read my answers in your entrails. The Moon's Crown. It was lost at the end of the old times, right after the fall of Bastion. A brazen young burrower named Alyssa Stargazer hurt Morganth and fled with the Moon's Crown to Tyrian Gorge. Alyssa Stargazer hid in the Winter Halo Caverns, an ancient cave once home to epic powers. Perhaps she disturbed something in those fathomless depths, for neither she nor the Moon's Crown was ever seen again.
What knowledge did Timon Whiteflame have to share? A spy in Bastion? Something to discuss at greater length another time. What did you learn about the Moon's Crown? Lost in the Winter Halo Caverns? I do not know Tyrian Gorge that well. You need an expert in local geography. Go to Tyrian Gorge and seek out Captain Kator Jaral at the mining camp. Tell him I told him to help you.
Whoa! You stink like an ancient moth's ear. Don't you ever bathe? Why are you bothering me? We're recovering from several dastardly burrower attacks. Probably the work of this Cornelius. Zoltana said I was to help you? Help you do what? Find the Moon's Crown in the Winter Halo Caverns? Ha! A fool's tale. But search if you want. The caverns lie near the Milkweb Gate. They're infested, though, with winter scorpions.
In the depths of the cavern, you see a mystical staff that looks like it was made by a burrower. As you examine it, you sense a tiny spark of magic remains. Suddenly it flares up, summoning a ghost to stand before you.
Who are you that finds me after so very, very long? Are you the Shadow Queen? Do not hurt me, please! No! The venomous Striders come! I see now. You are an agent of light.
An arrow aimed at the heart of Shadow. You seek the moon's crown. It is still here. The moon's crown is the key to the Eclipse Tower, once a place of pure moon magic, before it was corrupted by Shadow. I stole the moon's crown and fled here, but I was weak and alone and could not fend off the winter scorpions, and so my spirit remains. The moon's crown is a prize of the baleful Empress. If you overcome her, my spirit will fly free on the winds of change.
What warm blood enters my home? A child of light? A spellbinder? You will provide a great feast for my children!
You have recovered the moon's crown. There is a chip in the crown. A precious stone is missing. Still, with this in hand, you are well on your way to driving back the Shadow. Thank you, Spellbinder, for freeing me.
Whoa! Stink of scorpion venom. Oh, you found the moon's crown, huh? Part is chipped? Oh, I wouldn't worry. You can barely notice it. I'm sure it'll do just fine. Take it back to Zoltana and Bastion, and you tell her to find out who this Cornelius is. These spies cannot be tolerated.
Spellbinder, you have recovered the moon's crown? Your deeds are quite remarkable. I'm sure the Shadow Queen will take particular notice of you soon, if that is your wish. Kator told you to investigate the spy Cornelius? I would not worry about that. I do not think such a person exists. There has long been a rumor of a fifth column within the Umbra Legion, working against the Shadow Queen. This treasonous group supposedly believes in a different reading of the Shadow Queen's grand prophecy, but this is heresy. Any who claimed such a thing would face unimaginable punishment if they were to be caught. Who would dare? But to matters at hand, who sent you after the moon's crown? The Broodmother. How curious. Take it back to her at once.
Spellbinder, I struggle to keep my thoughts my own. Do you have the moon's crown? I have been abuzz since you left, barely able to contain my emotions. I fear the Shadow Queen's wrath, but I cannot live like this. Do you have the moon's crown? I see it is broken and missing a gem, but it still has much magic within it. Bring the moon's crown into the Royal Queen's chamber, and let us see if we can master its use. Spellbinder, let the power of the moon's crown flow over me and wash away this crass and brutal form. I am transforming!
Spellbinder, I am restored, and yet the blood pounds beneath my antennae. Spellbinder, do you feel that cold wind blowing?
Young wizard, I told you I knew what you were up to. You wish to save the bees? Ha! How? When you can't even save yourself. Witness a fraction of the power of the Song of Creation.
Spellbinder, what have you done to me? A fever courses through my veins, and a hunger burns within my mind.
I must admit, I admire the Broodmother's purity. A survivor, unclouded by conscience, remorse, or delusions of morality. I hope her poison lets you live long enough to experience a truly painful and wretched death.
Spellbinder, is that you? I was swallowed by the shadow, and you have saved my spirit a second time. Quickly, use the moon's crown to force me to shed the Shadow Queen's skin.
Spellbinder, the good you have done this day is invaluable. A great deal of work remains. The Yellow Jackets are still in the thrall of the Shadow Queen. We must save them. If we can restore the moon's crown, you could then wrest control of the Eclipse Tower from the Shadow Queen. From there, you could unravel her spell over Bastion and her control over my people. You need to locate the crown's missing fragment, a jeweled teardrop called the Moon's Tear. Gluttonous Blatta would know. He's a hideous creature who squats in the Golden Vault, hoarding treasures. If anyone has the Moon's Tear, it is him.
Yes? What goodies you bring to Gluttonous Blatta? You ask me for the Moon's Tear? I will trade it to you, if you get me 42 treasures that I covet, scattered far and wide. What's that? You defeated Cravenly the Hunter, and the Baleful Empress, and the Brood Mother? Okay, I will tell you, Spellbinder. Don't feed me to the humongo frogs. The Moon's Tear was lost in the Abyssal Cave, in Tyrian Gorge, the blackest pit in Chrysalis. Now take your threats and your wand and leave me be. Ask that cold-blood Zaltana how to find the Abyssal Cave.
Spellbinder, it intrigues me to see you again so soon. The Shadow Queen orders us to watch for a wizard from Wizard City. She said this one pains her and disturbs her composure. The Shadow Queen offers unimaginable reward for any warlord or servant who brings her the wizard's wand. Or head. Either. Both. I admit, I can imagine quite a lot. It is unlucky for me, then, that I know only you, Spellbinder. But no wizards. I assume you delivered the Moon's Crown to the satisfaction of the Brood Mother. News from the apiary has been limited. Tell me no more. You search for the Abyssal Cave now? It lies deep within Tyrian Gorge. Speak once again to Captain Kator-Giral.
Oh, you stink of roach slime. Or is that the smell of Bastion's traitor? Any luck finding Cornelius? No. Pity. Okay. Now why are you back here? The Abyssal Cave. Haha. You do like to tour the Badlands, don't you? It's very dark in there. Very dark. Crystal geodes might light it up nicely if you cracked a few and let them loose. My men like to crunch on them. Good for the gizzard. You'll have to rustle the 100-leggers for him. Haha. Good luck. Oh, you stink of crystal geodes. Actually, they smell pretty good. Give me one. Oh, I hit the spot. To reach the Abyssal Cave, you'll have to pass through the Milkweb Gate. You remember how sticky that stuff is? The Skyscreamers have a special potion, an unguent, which lets them slip through like slime off a roach's back. Go ask the Skyscreamers to give you a vial of unguent. I'm sure they'll hand it over if you give them good reason, no? Whoa! You stink of unguent! The Abyssal Cave lies down a narrow path not far past the Milkweb Gate. Search its inky depths for the Moon's Tear. But beware, something terrifying lives in black.
You crack open the crystal geodes. They flare up with a soft light, and you release them to float ahead of you.
Shadowspawn, we will not let you pass!
Servant of Shadow, the Fifth Column will never forget and never surrender.
The Shadow Queen may have destroyed us, but our spirits still oppose her.
You are not a child of Shadow. You fight against the Shadow Queen?
We took the moon's tear to keep it from the Shadow Queen. We brought it to this terrible place, and it cost us our lives. You may have it with our approval, but it lies deeper down, stolen from us by something ancient and more dangerous. Shadow Fighter, if you free our material remains from the webs, we would be thankful.
You untangle the body from the web. It crumbles to dust, but you hear a joyful whisper on the wind. And then another sound, hot, mean, and hungry.
A dream of light comes here to these plumbless depths. A light in the dark. A child under an endless, starless sky. I was here before the first world was broken. Ever since Grandmother Raven locked the shadows away. I am named Atlas Leng, Webmaker, Light Drinker, Ghost Spider. Is it time to shake off the chains of sleep? To stretch my web to the world above? To drink deep of the hot, salty blood?
A cold chill runs down your spine as you sense a strange, shadowy aura surrounding this one. What kind of magic will he command?
Light child, no more! No more! Your light, it burns!
Must be the moon's tear. In the middle of the ghost spider's web, you find a glowing blue teardrop that radiates with moon magic. This must be the moon's tear.
Young wizard, you overcame an ancient spirit of darkness and hunger. Very well done, if I do say so myself. Now, you hold a fragment of near-perfect moon magic. But you will have to find a way to reforge the moon's crown so it is whole once more.
Whoa! You stink of ghost spiders. You need to repair the moon's crown. That kind of thing is beyond my expertise. I'm more about digging and blowing things up. You know, burrowers used to be very good at glasswork and crystal making. Perhaps you could capture one and interrogate him.
Or maybe you could just ask Elazar Fireblade.
Spellbinder, the tale of your defeat of the Brood Mother has become legend. Our people still fight the Yellow Jackets, but we have heard the Bee Queen wishes to parley. Now, what can I help you with? You need an expert glass shaper. I know just the fellow. Chihuly is a brilliant artisan, though a touch eccentric. Chihuly Glass Shaper has a shop here in Peppergrass Nook. He will do whatever it takes to hurt the Umbra Legion.
And who might you be? Spellbinder, you? I can't see much out of this one good eye, but you certainly don't convey much power or grace. Battle of Bees? I heard something about a stranger helping Dorian Bright Eyes in his valiant efforts. That was you? Really? What are you pestering me for? You have the moon's crown and need it fixed? Let me see whatever bauble you picked up by mistake. Wait, where did you get this? This truly is the moon's crown. Perhaps you are who you say you are. All right, I will help you. But you'll have to help me. I've lost many of my tools. Blue Razors stole my shears, and Flame Legs took my pot furnace. Not bad. My tools are not ordinary, as you might have surmised. Good tools are critical, and the moon's crown is a relic of the old times. Because of that, we'll need a special fuel to burn hot enough for us to do our work.
The night flames in Camp Havoc carry dragon beetle pods. I think they chew on them. You'll need to get a handful. Be careful with those dragon beetle pods. They'll burst into flames if you so much as drop them. We have what we need. I haven't done this in a long time. Not since I received my beauty mark. Gift from the Umbra Legion. Normally, my apprentices do the physical labor, but this requires extreme patience and an experienced touch. It worked! I never imagined I'd see this day. Be a small part of history. Now what are you going to do with it? Take it to the Bee Queen? I'd heard rumors that she was no longer a monster. You're doing? All right. I'll trust you.
Spellbinder, I grew worried about you. You've brought the restored Moon's Crown? Amazing! Spellbinder, the task before us is to take back the Eclipse Tower. It has been under the Shadow Queen's sway for far too long. If we are successful, we will not only restore Bastion, but deal the Shadow Queen a great blow. Go to the edge of Celestial Lake and use the Moon's Crown at the carved relief to summon the Moonlight Bridge. Ascend to the tower. Address the guardian spirits within and hope they are eager to shed the Shadow Queen's chains. Without their help, we may never triumph.
You raise the Moon's Crown and face the relief. Mana sparkles across the carving. There's a shimmer and hum, and the Moonlight Bridge is summoned. It is truly magnificent.